Well, I think we have two really good options at the point guard. I think Melinda Trimmer as a senior, she's ran the point for us, her last 3 years. So she's definitely a great option for us. And Chelsea Olson, can play the point also. She's got great court vision, understands what we're trying to do. So I think both of those players will get a lot of minutes at the point.
Just following you social media wise, it seems like you're really excited about some of the practices you've seen and the potential of this team. What is it, maybe specifically, that gets you kind of amped up about this group?
It's been nice because we've had a smaller team in numbers this year, and it's just easier to be closer. It's a little bit easier to keep everybody on the same page. We've had great effort. I feel like we're picking up things a lot quicker this year, and it's just fun. They're a lot of fun to be around. I think they're having a good time, and ultimately you want to enjoy it, as a coach and as players, and I think we're really enjoying it this year so far.
I know after a season when you guys were getting into things in the off season there, you had hashtag ring season. You had some of that, and I know you feel confident about what you have coming back. And expound on that a little bit.
Well, I think in the summer, we use that as motivation. You really earn a championship what you do in the summer and how hard you're working in the weight room and on the track. And with the NCAA rules, we're pretty much allowed to be with them all year round. Even on the court, we have a certain amount of hours in the summer where we can have full team practices. So it was kind of something that we used as motivation to work as hard as we could throughout the summer and in the fall.
You say small numbers in terms of the number of kids you have on the roster. Does that mean you have scholarships or room available that this roster could maybe change throughout the year, or is this what you're running?
This is what we're running with, but we have 13 on the roster, and normally we carried 16 or 17. And again, it's just smaller numbers are easier to manage, and I think we have some injuries to freshmen that were coming in that most likely are going to redshirt, so playing time for everyone is going to be there. You know what I mean? They're all going to get a good amount of minutes, and that keeps them focused and motivated and happier too. So I think all those things leads us to just be a tighter group, and everyone's really looking forward to their opportunities to play.
But you have used the full allotment of scholarships. Like, you don't have any open at the moment.
Yeah, we do.
Okay.
Yeah, we do. It's funny because this day and age, you're recruiting so far ahead of time. We have, our 19 class has been done. Our 20 class is pretty much, we have scholarships that have been accepted in the 20 class too. So we're on to 21 class, which it's crazy, but that's just the way the basketball world is these days.
So you pretty much determined the two players you recruited and depth at the point guard are contributing.
Yeah, that's what's really been just a tough for us because with injury leaving, I mean, Gabby Lupardis, who was named the West Virginia State Player of the Year, she tore ACL in the state quarterfinal, and she's still working her way back in. And then Taylor Pettit, who was All-State out of Wisconsin, she had shoulder surgery this summer, and it's just been a long process for her getting back. So it's put us in a little bit of a spot, but I have no doubts, putting Melinda Trimmer in there or Chelsea Olson. I think they'll both do a great job, and we have Dalia Gibson also from Cleveland, who's a combo guard. I think she could do a good job at the point guard also. So I'm just excited about who we have and what we can do.
How do things shape up from like a leadership perspective?
I think Mary's really stepped up vocally this year. Sarah Cash has been a captain for the last few years, and then we've had some other players, step up either how they work, just their work ethic every day, and then helping the younger players throughout the summer and the fall.
Not just from a leadership standpoint, but from we can lean on Sarah Cash in terms of her importance this year. You mentioned the leadership role. She's kind of soft-spoken with us, but
Yeah.
How is she on the court, and how much will you look to lean on all the experience she brings?
She's soft-spoken on the court too. I think the players would just watch her work ethic and also how technical she is with her positioning, with her footwork, defensively, offensively, with her post moves. They see how, really focusing on the details leads you to be a very good player. The players go to her like once the play is over. They'll go over and ask her this and that, or she'll go to them and say, hey, instead of being here, there, she leads in that sense. But, she does a great job for us. We're expecting a big year out of her because, so 2 years ago, she had to sit because of her knee injury. So last year is kind of that year to get back into the flow of things, and I think this year she's going to have a great year. Similar to the high school, she had to sit her senior year because of the knee injury. So her first year back was her freshman year here, which she had a solid year. But that second year back, her sophomore year, she was all conference, as a sophomore. So I feel like a very similar kind of progression this year.
Obviously, you got Mary. What about the rest of the depth on the front line? Speak about how that's coming along.
Amara Chikwe, who redshirted for us last year, has shown great things this summer and fall. She's long, she's athletic, she's very physical. So I'm expecting lots of minutes for her. Madison Mallory, who's a freshman for us, she was a 2-time state champion out of Illinois. She's got good size, great stroke from the three-point range. She can post up. As a freshman, she's still trying to, figure out where to be all the time, but, she's doing a great job also. Do we have a question right here?
How was last year's postseason?
Last year's postseason was good. We are right after the season. We do a lot of individual work, so it's the technical stuff that I was talking about with the footwork and the post moves. A lot of getting shots up, but again with the graduates, we had a small group, so it was fun.
You've had, some bad luck with injuries in the past few years. Are you a little bit nervous going into the year with some players?
I have just kind of come to the realization that we're going to have injuries every year, probably to key people. With a smaller number is a little bit scarier, but we've also been limiting our time on the court, limiting our time when we're going 5-on-5 live. I would equate it to like football when you're not going full pads, smash mouth all the time. We're doing a lot more teaching throughout practice. So I think their legs are fresher, which I think they're fresher as a whole, which leads to less injuries, and that's what we're going to try to do throughout the whole year.
I think also that analogy works for baseball with the pitch count. Like, Sarah's got some miles on her legs. I think Allison also had some injuries. Where you kind of like still thinking it that way with them.
Yeah, yep, definitely with Sarah. We limit her time throughout practice. We'll limit her, minutes, especially early on in the season. Al's was she landed on somebody's foot and broke it, so that was less of a overuse injury rather than just a freak accident. So, but Al's another one. She had a great summer coming back off of that foot injury, and she's shown some of what she did 2 years ago. I think she was around 13, 14 points a game her sophomore year, and then that broken foot really slowed her down last year, but she's definitely looks like her old self again.
How's the team defense?
The team defense is not bad. I mean, we've got a ways to go. I think losing Nikki, who was arguably our best defender on the perimeter, is a little bit worrisome, and India could do a great job keeping the point guard in front of her. But, with Chelsea, possibly playing some point guard, you go from 5'4" at the point to 5'10" and really long, which can create some problems. Also, being able to see over the defense is a big strength of Chelsea's. I think Amara is a very good defender. She can use her length and speed and jumping ability, all of those things to help us out. I think we're going to be a better rebounding team this year, which is big. We've struggled on the boards. That will obviously help us be better defensively too.
How is the team's conditioning overall from what you've seen? Is it better than you've seen in past years?
It's good. I don't think our conditioning has been a issue in the past. Jake Tura is our strength and conditioning coach, and I don't even pretend to know enough about that stuff too. But they get through practice well, and seem to be ready to go every day. And we're trying to keep. I think more than anything, strength and conditioning for us comes down to staying healthy. And knock on wood, so far we're staying healthy.
Chelsea filled in a lot of roles for you, last year as a freshman. You like him, you expect to see out of her, sophomore year.
Our expectations are really high for Chelsea. She was on the all freshman team. For her to have the ability to step up and play some point guard for us, she can play the 1, 2, 3, or 4. We're going to have the ball in her hands a lot in terms of decision process. Also, finding open players, making the players around her better is something she's very good at. So, we have high expectations for her.